Time's running out for him. With yellow flags again. Oh,
No way! I cannot believe it! Father in contact!
Everyone is fighting here. It's almost for white going into the hairpin.
Goes over to the left as well. Derek going down the inside, goes takes it to turn one. Almost close there.
God, is this a fantastic race! Lost a bit of tire grip here. Man, it's in 3 seconds! Broadcasting.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Global Spec Racing. We are here at the legendary Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium for round 6 of Tier 2 Season 11. Joining me once again, AF1 GT302 in the booth tonight is Matt, aka MNF1 Solberg. How are you doing tonight?
Hello, I'm doing great. Second race of the week here at this beautiful track in the hilly Ardennes, around the villages of Spa and Francorchamps. It's obviously the circuit, the Spa-Francorchamps. And just can't wait how it will come out in Tier 2. For now we're seeing a dry quali, but as some of you may or may not know, we had a wet to dry race in Tier 1, as you yourself may have experienced. So we'll see what the weather will cook up for us today. So far, we're looking at Hapalito going up the Radion here.
Yeah, it was pretty brutal conditions in Tier 1, especially at the start of the race, but it was a really good fight. Oh, that is Infinity's out trying to warm up his tires. Oh dear, he got on the grass there, but we shall cut back to the action in just a minute. We shall now go to the previous race results from last time out, and it was Ridzerd who took a convincing victory at Austria, took his first GSR win ahead of Walters in second, and Abra returned to the podium in third. Championship leader Hapalito was fourth. Callum for his last tier 2 race for now in fifth. Sixth was Soren, seventh was Armiranda. 8th was Holly, 9th was Odin, and 10th was Kvitvik. And now we move on to the Drivers' Championship. Hapalito still leads the way on 88 points. 19 behind him and closing fast is Ridzerd on 69. And then third is Armiranda on 47, 22 points back. Then Abra is just 1 point behind Armiranda on 46. Then we have Iro Schumacher on 43, Soren on 41, Walters on 40, Callum on 40, Kvitvik on 26, and Jay Holly on 22. And then finally we move to the...
Wait a second.
What?
Could you just invite Lama Tipido again?
I'll do it when I finish this, mate.
Yeah.
So now we move on to the Tier 2 Constructors. Ferrari still with a commanding lead, but it is closing between them and Mercedes. But Ferrari lead on 126, 57 points back are Mercedes on 69. It says quite a lot when Ritzard scored 100% of their points. Then Red Bull in third on 57, Sauber in fourth on 53, and Aston Martin in fifth on 51. And now we shall go back to the action. I will just quickly invite one of our debutantes tonight, and one of the Italian Lama Tipido. And now
the Autismo himself.
yes, but at the moment it's Hapalito who's fastest on a 42.0, ahead of Ridzard in second on a 42.3, and Armorand way behind on a 43.1. The top two in a class of their own at the moment.
Indeed, and also just from a head towards perspective, as we haven't still yet properly perhaps gotten the session up to the proper speed, I must mention that Mouton serves Qualiban very correctly, but as we switch to the driver Kleiner Pro, who is in the pits, has set a time, and he was supposed to serve a qualifying ban today, so that will turn a bit dire for him, I think. As that will probably be a race ban. From head steward's perspective, I think I shall mention already, but well, we'll see how he uses his chances, or maybe disqualifications, I don't know. We'll see about that at the end of the race, just worth mentioning. But as we see through the drivers, also we have KK to Liga, which is, again, another worth mentioning, a penalty. He will have 5 seconds added to his race time at the end for an incident from the previous race, so we'll see if he will finish. He will have that added, obviously. We have a debutant here today, ZZG Speedy, who is a brother of Nick AC racing in Tier 1. So we'll see how one of those brothers will do today. And as you mentioned, so far no changes, but both of our top drivers are on their outlaps. So something might cook up there at the top of our leaderboard. Hello, 8, you're there? I can't hear you.
Sorry, pardon me. There we go.
Oh.
Sorry, I had my mic muted for a minute because I was drinking. So yeah. So what I was going to say was Speedy B, of course, is now on his lap as you mentioned, brother of Nick AC. I did not know that, but Speedy B is looking, well, speedy at the moment. I should say. I suppose I should call him ZZG, shouldn't I, rather than ZZG, as he is American. But now up to the final corner comes Speedy, up to the bus stop chicane. Very important to get the power down here, and across the line he comes. P6 there with a 43.5, as now Ridzard is up in the first sector, and Hapolito has invalidated.
We'll see what Ridzard can do. Going through Sector 2. He's been recently class of the field in Tier 2, as he had managed to get a pretty dominant win in Austria, and previously some 2 podiums, as he goes past the Aston Martin, who went out wide there into the gravel to let him pass. Going into Sector 3 and the Blanchimont straight, it looks like a very good lap so far. A little bit of improvement if we're to trust the leaderboard times. Again, going through Blanchimont.
Down towards the bus stop chicane. Well, it's not a bus stop. Oh, he cuts it too much though.
Yeah. The stream isn't switched to the correct window.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's displaying the standing. Yeah.
What? Why do I always do that? Oh dear. Never mind. Sorry, viewers. Oh dear. Right. So Ridzard just invalidated then. I don't know if Gibbons on a representative lap. He is. Sorry, he's getting a bit of slipstream from Ridzard there. Okay, I'm surprised Ridzard gave him so much slipstream.
Teamwork.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting teamwork.
Well, it is same engine manufacturer, I guess. Well, not, of course, not next year, but it is for now. So through comes Gibbard now through Jackie X, turn 9, before now coming towards the almost flat out long left-hander at Puon, and now come towards. Not many people know the name of this section, the Fagnes and Campus chicane, before now coming towards Stavelo. 6/10 up as he now heads towards Blanchimont, the fastest corner on the track. Well over 200 miles per hour, but he's used his deployment, which is not going to help him, into the bus stop chicane, because you do need a launch from the Urs. Out of the chicane. Out the final corner he comes now, and across the line goes P12 there. Barely improves there, and so Motion God was on a lap. Climb Pro has cut across the chicane. Abra's on a lap now. Can he be the third man to the 42s? Not quite, but he goes third. Great lap from the Pakistani there. Abrar has really picked up pace, and Riley's on a really good one as well. He's also in the 14s going through sector 2.
Invite Gibbard, because Gibbard is disconnected, I think, so he can quickly join back.
Oh, Gibbard, right. Yeah, I'll just see the end of Riley's lap here. Oh, a little bit not great through the final chicane, but he goes P7. He loses a bit of time to Abra there. Just get Gibbard back in. There he is. So that's now on. Motion God didn't. His Motion God pitted. Keke's Kvitvik then will be the next one, as he now comes onto the Kemmel Straight, and there's a bit of traffic ahead of him. Now 3/10 up.
Take it over. I'm sorry for this messy qualifying. I'm just helping Lama to get into the car.
Right. Okay. That's that's fine. All right. So here comes Kvitvik now through Jackie X, and now down towards Puon. Takes a lot of curb on the outside, but very nice. From the, I think he's Slovakian, if I'm correct. He is, yes. Yes, so very nice from the Slovakian. Very nice. Serbian, sorry. It isn't Slovakia. They have very similar flags. But yes. Yeah. Here he comes now. Seems like he might finally be in. Lamas now. Here comes Kvitvik now into the final chicane. Takes a good amount of curb there. Not a great exit though. 43.1 goes P5. So apart from Hapolito and Ridzard, it's pretty close at the moment. As now Walters is the next person on this lap. We're now getting towards the end of the session, as Holly's on another one as well, but Walters is further up the road. 30.4. Decent first sector from him. From Walters. Now comes through the Lake Com chicane for into the Bruxelles hairpin. Now through Jackie X. And Kim Pembe is retired. For some reason, he's retired at Eau Rouge. Comes Walters now into Campos and Fagnes. Abra's retired as well, so clearly Abra's happy with that one. Walters, good middle sector there, half a second up. It's a 14.5, so he's looking to majorly improve here. It's the Brit. As now through Blanchimont he comes. Can he get anywhere near Hapolito and Ritzard here? Can he stick it on the second row? Are we invalidated though? It would have been third. It would have been a 42.9.
Okay, I'm back.
All right.
And we're looking for a driver that's on a lap. We have actually most of our leading drivers, Hapolito, Ritzard, on a lap. But now Holly down to the line. So far, P4 in this session goes up to P3 in front of Abrav. So it's not enough to get nowhere near close to our top guys. Big invalidated, and I think he has been able to start another lap. Hapolito invalidated. So he won't improve for sure.
Miranda, good middle sector. 3/10 up.
Into Blanchimont now. Let's see if he can improve, perhaps using most of his battery on this straight. Could be a good lap, although he used all of his deployment. That won't help him exiting the bus-stop chicane, as you mentioned earlier, but let's see, maybe he can still get a good exit with some good traction off of it, going down to the line with a little bit of lag. Maybe it will help him. Yes, it does help him. It's P3 on the line, gets in front of Holly, a couple of tenths behind Rizzard and 8 tenths behind Hapolito.
Next up is Motion God. He's a second up, but he's quite far behind. Then behind him is Ritzard.
That's Ritzard. Yeah.
Can Ritzard get anywhere near to Hapolito's pole time? Oh, he heavily outbrakes himself, though into the final chicane. But is that enough? No, it's not. It's a 42.2, but he doesn't beat Hapolito. So here comes Schumacher now.
Oh.
7/10 up.
Another challenger.
No, I don't think it'll quite be. Could be fourth though, maybe. It is a 43 dead. And then Quitvic is not improving either. So that's our grid then. So the championship leader, Hapolito, he returns to the top. He takes pole here at Spa, ahead of Ritzard in second. Then half a second behind is Miranda in third. Then Schumacher in fourth. Holly in fifth. Abrar in sixth. Seventh is Quitvic. Eighth is Mr. Riley. Ninth is Speedy. 10th is Kleinpro. 11th is Walters. 12th is Gibbid. 13th is Motion God. 14th is Pavel. 15th is Keke. 16th is Kimpembe. 17th is Infinity. 18th will be Mouton, and 19th hopefully will be Lama, as we now head into the race. This could be a very interesting, but it's looking like it's a tale of two drivers.
Well, Lama couldn't choose his car, so I think it will put him into either the leftover Williams or the leftover Sauber, as also of owner Soren that he didn't feel well enough today, so
fair enough.
See him racing today. So we want to have our two contenders in the midfield battle, with Callum also stepping down from his seat recently. But as you mentioned, both our top drivers continuing to show off their good form, and Hapolito this time takes the pole in front of Rizzard with a great lap, almost below 142. And yeah, the differences are quite big between the first two drivers and the other ones.
Yeah.
As we see, there's no rain for the race, for the start, but dark clouds are appearing, so we may see some perhaps in the latter stages of the race, maybe.
Potentially.
We'll hope for that for the show.
Yeah, but of course it will. Well, it might spice things up a bit. Of course, as it would stand, Hapolito would extend his championship lead, but again, there's where's the
whole race coming.
I know there's a full race coming. 22 laps around here, but they are long. Spa is the biggest, and in my opinion, the best F1 track of them all. 7 kilometers or 4.4 miles. Yes, it is long, but it is very fast, and it is a great track. It's a great challenge for the drivers, as pretty much everyone, apart from Schumacher, is on the mediums. I can tell. Yes, everyone in the top 11, apart from Schumacher, is on the mediums. Schumacher and Gibbard are the only ones to start on the hards, and Infinity is the only one to start on the softs.
Yeah, that's a bold decision from the V-Carb driver, I'd say, but obviously he has nothing to lose as he's starting from the back. And just wanted to mention some small couple of statistics from the qualifying. It's the 5th time for Rizzard that he's starting from the front row of the grid, and it's the first pole for Hapalito since Shanghai, since last two. So just fun fact about our two main championship contenders in the recent races, it seems like. They are both on it, and they both wanted a lot, won the win, won all the poles. We'll see how it worked out. The next challenger is Miranda, but he is way further off in the championship, although today he will start from P3, so he will have a good onlook on that battle up at the front. Perhaps he may benefit.
Yeah, another thing I just thought I'd point out, as Lamo's left again. I don't think he's going to be joining us for the race, unfortunately. But
no, it didn't put him in the car.
Oh right, okay, fair enough. Yeah, but
maybe next time, yeah.
But what I thought I'd say about Ridzard is it's 5 for 5 on the front row, because he didn't do Australia, so I think that makes it even more remarkable. But yeah, of course, Hapalito taking his second pole of the season. Of course, he took his first in China. As we now get ready for the start, should be a very interesting race as Hapalito and Rizzard lock into position. Off you go, Matt.
Indeed, we see behind all of the Alpines, the Haas, and the V-Carb of Infinity, and lastly the Haas of Mouton Reviews is lining up on the grid. P18 position, 18 drivers on that grid. Let's see who will take today's Grand Prix, basically Grand Award for the GSR Tier 2 Belgian Grand Prix Season 15. Lights are out and underway we go with Hapalito getting a very nice start. Riddler trying to hang around there on the outside, but he doesn't have enough traction. We see some 3-4 wide battles.
Big cracks, big cracks.
And we see a big spinner and a big crash for an Alpine of Pavel Jurkovic. Mouton has decided to we have a safety car with some drivers trying to slow down for the Delta. And we saw, I think, Keke hitting the back of, I think it was Big or perhaps Kimpembe. I didn't see exactly, but Hapalito with a good start of pole managed to hold on to his lead, and that's all of that incident cost us a DST.
Yeah, a dreadful start for Schumacher there. Walters up 6 positions. A stunning start for him. Infinity up 7 and Kimpembe up 4. Of course, Kvitvit was the biggest loser in that, with lost 7 positions. Abra's down a position. As we now go racing again, it's more misery for Schumacher because he's on the grass, and that now puts him vulnerable to Climb Pro. It takes a long time to fire those hards up, and I think Schumacher is showing it now. But he will suffer the pain now, but he won't have to suffer that later on.
Indeed, Infinity used those different tires to start really well, and now that Schumacher...
Oh, more
There's a
crash,
bit
more
from
crash.
Climb Pro. There's a contact between Climb Pro and Infinity. I was just gonna mention that Infinity might have a big upper hand on Climb Pro and get back into top 10, but I
Oh
think both of
my.
them touch, and Infinity hit the side.
What is he
of
doing?
Big, and Infinity now diving down the inside of Motion Guts with a broken front wing, and now going into the pit lane as a more contact at the end of the bus stop chicane. Now so we see Pavel with his front wing disembarked, disembarked the ship, going up the hill before a rouge. But as we come back to this battle here, leaving all of this mess behind, Walters is now challenging Holly for P4, and it's not quite enough yet. The McLaren driver has had an incredible start, and as you mentioned, Abar also didn't have the best one. Kim Pembe now is up 6th position, and Big is trying to bump us back, managing to go in front of Motorgot. So trying to gain those positions back again, as we see some yellow flag on the ramp to Brussels.
Climb Pro again.
Yeah, something happened there, but we didn't quite see that.
Yeah, but I was just gonna say, very, very poor driving for Infinity there. Not much spatial awareness at all. As now here comes Ridzard already on Hapolito. The DRS and slipstream incredibly powerful around here, which is why Armiranda and Holly, Walters, Riley, Speedy, they've all been able to keep up. As now Ridzard is trying on Hapolito. He's trying it then as we head on to lap 3. Walters not a great exit. Riley with a good one. As now we head into La Source for the 3rd time, and this should now mean that Ridzard should be able to. It should be a pretty easy move for him down the Kemmel Straight. Here he comes now, using his ERS. He goes to the outside. Hapolito's out of it. Around the outside goes Ridzard. And Hapolito sticks it round the outside though. Great defending from the German there. The Dutchman attacking hard, but Hapolito defending hard, and as a result, the Chilean Armiranda and the Brit J.A. Holly are in there as well.
I don't think it's the wisest decision to try and attack so harshly already into the race. The Tier 1 race showed us that patience pays off, especially in the race for the race win. So Ritters actually should maybe for now hold out for save up some battery, perhaps save up some Earth, and then be able to challenge going into the second stint. But
maybe not. He's gonna have a run.
He's not even using his battery, but he got a great exit there.
He's got him.
Straight, and he's got him before the bus stop chicane, and now Hapolito is vulnerable to Armiranda, although Hapa is trying to dive back down the inside, maybe on Ritter. No, it's not quite enough. Armiranda is also reserved there behind. All of them are only separated by around 6 tenths. Holly is now getting also into the mix with the help of DRS, so now Ritter will be...
Miranda's up the inside as well of Hapolito. Oh my god.
They were almost gonna go side by side into a rouge, but now that poor exit from Hapolito having to defend from Armiranda has hindered his chase back onto the gearbox of Ritter. Although now he's using all of his battery and the DRS, and he's closing in, going down to Lecombe. He's very close, and he's diving down.
Oh, he hit! Oh, Ritter's round! Oh no!
And Miranda is on the outside of Hapolito, trying to go for the race win, and I think he's done it. Ritter is spun round with his championship rival. He's spun round and he's down to P9 right now. What a big development! Armiranda takes the race lead.
Oh, that is huge for the championship, and as a result, Armiranda goes through into the lead. Ritzard's not going to be impressed with that, but I honestly don't know who was at fault there. But Ritzard is going to have to fight hard now because that has now changed things and probably spiced things up even more. Because now all of a sudden Armiranda, he takes the lead, but they're all so close. The top 6 all within DRS range of each other. Well, they were until Walters has now fallen off the back of Holly a little bit. But Hapolita's already on the back of Armiranda. Where have we seen this before? Cough, cough, Australia. So, but of course, a very different track is now Pavel's out and safety car.
It's a full safety car, actually. Wow. Let's see. Williams is diving to the pit lane, but let's see Ritter. That's Abrar, actually. But then Ritter is also into the pit lane. It might favor him. It's a very early pit stop, and they will have to do massive taking care of those tires. But that's a free pit stop basically for our championship contender. So if he had not spun out there, then he wouldn't have gotten this chance to pit. So
yeah, very true.
That might be favorable, as the field has already been picked up by safety cars, so they cannot return that free pit stop. You know.
I don't think that he's going to have to pit again though. I don't think you can take, I don't know, hard 18 laps around Spa.
When do you pit normally?
You usually pit around lap 9 or 10. So.
Well, those are the laps behind safety cars. Don't forget.
Well, this will only be up to about lap 7. So he's going to have to do. They're going to have to do some time management here.
Yeah, two laps more than usual. That's not the worst, although the laps here are very long. So we'll see how it works out. But we may just catch a small moment now to summarize what happened, because as we saw a little bit of lack of spatial awareness from Infinity earlier, but returning to that battle in the top, it showed us that even the top guys, the fastest guys, can make mistakes.
Yeah.
I think both of them went wide there, and they basically made contact, and it just, it will be investigated by the stewards most probably, but it's a big development, and we'll see how that shakes up the championship now that we have that safety car, and we'll see a restart not from Hapolito, but from Armiranda actually.
Yes, and now, so the thing with Ritzard though, he's got to manage those tyres, but he's also a pit stop ahead. But the thing that also may balance the field is that of course Ritzard's tyres are going to be absolutely freezing, and we saw in Tier 1, I saw particularly the likes of OWR Assassin, I remember. I absolutely minced him out of the bus stop chicane, as now Walters has come in and Kvitvik. Okay, that's interesting.
Well, free pit stop, basically.
Yeah, kind of.
Precious tires, so.
Yeah, very true.
But the ones that are pitting,
Oh. Mediums, okay.
Oh, new mediums. Oh, that's.
No. I don't know why he's done that.
The big car driver,
yeah, I don't know.
managed to get past him, so at least he will start from far back. But he's mentioning from the ones that have pitted, it's Abram who leads the way actually.
Yes.
In P7 right now, but if everyone else had to do their mandatory pit stop, he would be P1 right now. So that also could favor the Williams bracket, perhaps.
Yes, it very well could, but going back to the top, one of the things I noticed in qualifying was that Hapolito had a lot of invalid lap times. Will that translate to the race and mean he gets a lot of warnings? Because, well, there have been many races that have been won or people have got significant positions on penalties. So could that be another factor here, as where everyone's now caught up. That may mean that we go green this time. So that will be now 16 full green laps they've got to do. So that'll be 3 to 4 laps extra on those hards. So it's a big ask. That it's not impossible, but it is a big ask as Miranda leads the way and is hounding the back of that safety car. Safety car is now in.
Indeed, as we will see now, the Red Bull driver probably slowing down a lot. Let the safety car calmly back into the pit, and we'll see where he restarts from. Yesterday, we even saw such restarts that went to after the exit of the bus stop. So we'll see what our Miranda plans to do here. As we know from Australia, from restarting with Japalito, they both should know their restart, and they both should have it well within their tactic. So let's see, our Miranda in a very high gear now, going down. Will he start from the blast stop? Not quite yet.
Oh my weaving.
Hold on. Gonna hold Japalito behind. Impatient Ferrari driver.
Goes now.
Now he's gonna go with a little bit of wheel spin, but Japalito actually managed to stick with him and get a very good restart. Get away from Holly, and perhaps the Ferrari driver, the German, might have a chance to attack the leading position back as they go now down to the hill, onto the dip of Ovu, and up the hill, up to Radion and the Camel Straight. Palito is pretty close, where Miranda is using all of his battery on the straight, trying to defend his position, pretends to parade them. I don't think it will be enough. No. Palito stays behind for now. We have some yellow flag, we have some battling in behind. Wizard goes up already in front of Gibbet.
Yeah.
So he's closing behind Abror as the second driver on the basically alternate safety car strategy. The yellow flag
It's just a glitch.
race on.
It happens after every safety car, mate. It's just a glitch with the game.
Well, anyways, as they will now probably chase Iro Schumacher, who's also on a pretty favorable strategy, I would say.
Yeah.
Because if the guys in the front pit, then he will have the pressure and the best compound tires for the second stint. For
Yeah,
the
most
end of the
definitely.
race.
Now we have a battle between the two guys who could take it to the end, Ridzard and Abror. I feel like this might be quite a one-sided contest here. But here comes Japalito now on Miranda. Japalito goes wide though, very wide, and that now releases Miranda as Japalito just outbrakes himself there. Someone's come in. That is.
That's another full safety car. What's happened there?
It's a virtual, mate. It's not a full.
No, it's a full.
Oh no, it is a
it's
full.
What happened here?
Abror's lost his wing.
Oh,
What happened there?
but Riddler is not hindered. Riddler stays in P7.
Did
Goes
he-
up to P7 actually.
Did Abror lose it? I don't know.
He has had a habit of unfortunate spins in his recent GSR career, so I
Yeah.
wouldn't want to point fingers or anything. So we'll see. He will have to now limp it back to the pit lane without any front wing. It's fortunate that the safety car hasn't picked up the leader, because he would have been in a very uncomfortable position then.
Yeah.
He limped it, but
I don't think it would have made much difference. He's still going to be last on the road anyway. So.
well, just with a safety car queue, he would have the pressure of having to stick with the queue, you know. So now he can just.
Yeah. Oh, it's very wide now. Yeah, but so second safety car, then our third interruption. It's quite a lot for tier 2 standards, to be honest.
But then that basically discards the pit stops made by Rizzard, Walters, Kimpembe, Abrar, and everyone else.
Riley
is now
spun
in the
it.
Pit, although
Off-
Riley
Under. Oh, he's reset the track as well. So.
Yeah, I think we removed that penalty.
Oh, it's Abrar's way off.
Abrar is into the wall actually.
Oh dear.
But he didn't lose the wheel, so he will continue racing most probably. But now let's see into the leaders. Will they pit now?
Yes, they will.
Miranda is in, Hapaleto is in, Holly also, BD, Schumacher. Schumacher is in actually. Ooh.
This will put Ridzard into the lead again. So it's practically. We're saying that though. Ridzard will be in the lead, but it'll be on 4-lap older tyres.
That's practically the race to the line, bar the tires.
Yeah.
Oh, and Schumacher will be on medium. So I don't think Schumacher can make it.
That right there has majorly helped Walters because now he's up to third. Well, legit second because Gibbard still got a pit.
Oh, Gibbard didn't pit.
Then it's Kimpembe, then Miranda, then Kvit. This has really helped Kvitvic as well.
Kimpembe is our debutant.
Yeah, he's another one of the
Pretty
debutants.
good outing so far. Well, he's pretty much right there where he should be as he did replace Callum in the full-time V-car racing. So yeah, and that puts also Infinity back up to P7. I hope that this restart will go well for him and that there won't be any more incidents involved with him.
Yeah. Well.
Albert also retired.
Oh yeah.
Meanwhile, in the
yeah. If the game had it in its code, we might be able to go green this lap, but it doesn't. You have to have at least 2 laps behind the safety car. So.
Well, that favors the guys on the older tires.
It does, yes. Well, it favours everyone, to be fair.
Yeah, and overall, the restart leaderboard.
Oh, never mind.
Well, actually, it's in this lap, so you have been wrong there, mate.
Again.
But I wanted to say that it favors Rizzard now because he has Gibbet behind him, who's on much older tires, who's yet to pit. So
yeah,
he might be able to pull away. If he's able to pull away over 1 second, obviously, within the next lap, then he won't get endangered by the DRS, which will be very good news from him. He can then build his gap and try to maintain his tires. But let's see how he restarts then.
Yeah.
On to you then.
Yeah, but of course he won't have that pit stop buffer this time, so it's kind of not worked out for him. That as he goes now, it's a decent restart from him. Miranda already on Kimpembe, going up the inside of Kimpembe. Oh no, sorry, a bit of lag there. As Miranda goes through more lag from Kimpembe. He's lagging a lot on my screen as here comes Kvitvic now around the outside, side by side at Eau Rouge. Oh, Kvitvic gets the cut back though, and Hapalito goes off the road. And does he get his teammate now as well? Hapalito has a slippery car in a straight line. Not quite though, as Kimpembe is lagging all over the place.
But it's gone back there. But that might have been an illegal overtake on Infinity by Hapalito, although it seems like the game hasn't given him anything. So that might have been legal, maybe kind of avoiding action, because Infinity seems to slow down a lot on the top of the hill itself. So Big gone past him, and then Hapalito has to take a beat of action, go up to the runoff, and then happen to exit the runoff in front of the V-Car driver. But now 2 Ferrari drivers in the V-Car sandwich, trying to get past the flaggy Kimpembe. But I think Hapalito is kind of telling his teammates to go, because he's 2 free turns behind and now getting really close. Using his battery, I think Big will try this place to Hapalito, or don't know. He still stays in front. He will let his teammate go, but his teammate is trying to get past. Will he try for a move around the outside into the pass?
Oh!
Breaks a little bit and Infinity hits the back of Hapalito. Unfortunate for the V-Cup driver again to lose an end plate, as well as Armiranda is now in a battle with Walters. As Walters tries to go past the Chilean. The Chilean defends so far, but down to the Olmush corner, Walters is really close and they're pretty far away from Rizzard, so Armiranda has no DRS and Walters may be able to attack. The help of DRS with the help of battery going to the outside line. No.
Ooh, Kimpembe's on Jibbid. Up the inside goes Hapalito as well. On Kimpembe. Oh, more lag. Kimpembe needs to get an internet test, mate, after this. After this race, because his lag is atrocious. Anyway, Hapalito finally goes through now on Kimpembe, and he's now on the back of Jibbid. He should get him pretty quickly. As Armiranda is gaining leaps and bounds on Ridza. This is Armiranda's chance for redemption in the championship after a bit of a slump in the last few races.
First penalty only on lap 11 to any driver. 3 second time penalty for track limit extension for motion god, as they're behind. We had some yellow flag. I think that was Heke going off the track somewhere. And we see RL Schumacher go past Big, so Big losing a couple of positions there. Probably due to his lag as
oh
RL
my
Schumacher,
god. Okay then.
Kimpembe. Yeah, Irel Schumacher goes back through Kimpembe. It's a bit of chaos for those drivers to go past Kimpembe, but I think he's ghosting a lot, so it's quite safe for them, I would assume. But now Hapalito is trying to have a go at Jibbid, who's still yet to pit. 11 laps on those hard tires. That won't favor him at all, as Hapalito was very close, should be able to get past, and Schumacher should follow with him, as he may have a go at Hapalito then. He got quite a good driver on the Camel Straight, but wasn't able to get closer to the German. At least he passed his teammate. Now all of them can try to attack and close in on Ritter, who already has 7 laps on his tires, and is losing massively time to Armiranda, who is pulling away very strongly from Walters. So Walters perhaps not presenting the best of tempos today, the best of pace today, but he's holding out to a P3 so far.
Yes, as now Kvitvik has finally passed Kimpembe, and he's trying it up the inside of Jibbid into Campus and Fanyes. Kimpembe's really put me off at the moment, but I'm trying to ignore it as we now. Of course, Jibbid, he'll pit off those tyres probably at the end of the next lap. So here comes Kvitvik now. Tries to go to the inside, not quite able to. Car's hitting the ground there as they now come. As now Kvitvik tries it. Jibbid plants the car well. As now.
Kimpembe also gets closer, and Mouton actually is almost past Kimpembe.
Yeah.
The big car driver is losing massively due to the lag.
Oh, Mouton hits the wall though on the inside.
Yeah, Sam the inside, and he gets too close to the wall, and now it's vulnerable to Speedy. As actually, just worth mentioning, the gap in the front has stalled a little bit. It continues to be in the times of around 2 seconds. Like Big finally gets past Jibbid with the help of DRS, who will probably pit from this lap and will have the best and the precious tires out of the whole field, but he will lose massively as the gaps are quite close between all of these drivers, as Kimpembe also tries to go down the inside of Jibbid. tried to capitalize on Gibbet's old tires on the side of Brussels, but it didn't work out. The two made contact, the two touched, and now Gibbet stays in front, but he seems to be struggling a lot with those tires, so a little bit wide there and won. But now Miranda actually has caught up 4 tenths.
5 tenths
since
now.
I said those words, since I said those words that the gap has tailed a bit, he's gained 5 tenths. He did that in like a sector or two. So now Miranda will continue to challenge Ritter for the lead, and he seems to be a bit unchallenged as Walters is losing massively and Capalito is not catching up quite enough to the McLaren driver, I would say.
No. Oh, Kimpembe's off the road. Hapolito now a faster lap as Kimpembe now gets penalty as now Gibbet is finally in. He will... Oh, Kimpembe's... Oh, was he retired on track?
Yeah, I think so.
For God's sake. Ugh.
Yeah, rookie mistake, but didn't cause a safety car. So put the frustrations away. Let's watch this as Miranda gained another couple of tenths on Rizzard.
Yeah, Miranda has really got the hammer down, and he is almost caught up to Rizzard now. Of course, these two a bit far apart now in the championship, but this will do Miranda good to gain a few points on Rizzard here. Of course, they'll both gain on Hapolito. As now
it stays like this.
Yes, yeah, of course, but of course Hapolito and Miranda have the freshest tyres in the top 5. I know Schumacher has same amount of laps, but of course because he's on the mediums of course wear faster. So the hards, is now nearly under a second is Miranda, but we know how much of a slippery car in a straight line Rizzard has, as Rizzard, I think he locked up a bit.
That won't help him, because I just wanted to mention that Walters is dropping off massively.
Yeah,
and
coming into the clutch of Hapolito.
If he doesn't get past the McLaren drivers soon, then he might not have a chance at P2 or a race win. But as I was mentioning that Walters dropping off so massively, Rizzard is also incoming towards dropping off massively with the tires.
Yeah.
And now Miranda is within the
safety
DRS,
car.
and there's a safety car, another full safety car, with no one being able to pit, everyone being past the pit lane basically, as only actually Infinity and Mouton pitted.
Why did that safety car come out?
From the top, guys. I have no idea.
Oh, it's not a delayed reaction from the game for Kimpembe, is it? It might be.
Sure, but,
I think it might be.
But the safety car is not on strict, right?
No, it's not.
Oh, Infinity gets a 10-second time penalty, adding on to his
Safety car standard, yeah.
safety car standard, yeah. So that should be. So that's weird then. That might be some glitching or something, but it will present us with a sprint down to the finish line with around a 5-lap sprint to the finish line, and this will be interesting. That Rizzard pit now. I think he should.
He has to, doesn't he? Otherwise he won't have anything.
Yeah, and then if he doesn't pit, Miranda can just pit for fresh mediums or maybe even soft, if someone is brave enough.
Don't know how long softs can go. I would say more mediums, but
yeah. Maybe.
Right.
Because mediums you can just push from then, but
Rizzard doesn't.
No, he stays out. Miranda stays out as well. Let's see what will happen next, as we know Walters dropped off massively.
Schumacher does, no surprise. He wouldn't have been able to get to the end anyway, so. And Fitbit comes in as well. Speedy B. So, we've got some split strategies here, ladies and gentlemen. As now Schumacher comes in for the mediums. The thing is, they are going to be able to get those tyres fired up straight away. So, so watch out for Schumacher here, because he will be lightning off that restart, especially on Ridzard. Schumacher could have a real chance of winning this today, and Kvitvic and Speedy B. You could be looking at your top 3 there, top 4 maybe.
And Holly also, because Holly, we know his pace. Oh, as Ridzard hits the safety car actually there.
Does he?
I think.
Oh.
I think he made contact with the safety car, or that might have been lag, but I just noticed that. But most of the guys in the pack actually pitted with Newton on soft, pitting on the lap previously.
Oh, Kimpembe's left the server, so that'll be it for him now. So.
Oh.
Never mind.
That's unfortunate. Well, kind of alright because of the lag that was quite dangerous for the other drivers, but yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
But anyways, it will be Ridzard on very, very old cards, Miranda on very old cards, Walters on very, very old cards again, and Hapalito on very old cards. So, and they will be fighting with people with completely fresh mediums.
Yeah.
And well, Mr. Riley on parts.
Yes.
So that might turn very ugly for our pre-championship, our top 3 championship. Wait, top 3 or even top 4 in the championship? I think all of these guys in top 4 are right now holding on to. No, Walters is success, but the top, but 3 guys out of the top 4 are holding on to top 3 positions in the standings. Actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but the thing is, oh, Walters. Sorry, no, Armiranda I think thought about it, but he decided against it. So yeah, so they're going to be on old tyres and they're going to be cold, and because this is such a straight track, it takes a long time for the tyres to warm up. So so as I mentioned, that will mean that Irel Schumacher will have a lightning restart. So yeah, so it's going to be very interesting now, as it'll be 5 laps to go when we go racing again.
Irel Schumacher finding himself in the perfect strategy conditions. Pretty much race in, race out. Because we remember his debut, he managed to nurse his tires so much that he managed to win the race in front of Walters, taking the win on the final lap with a reverse strategy with a very long stint on hards, I think that was in Bahrain. And now he's in a perfect position pretty much to win. But let's not forget, overtaking is easy on this track, but it's not as easy when you're in a DRS train. And all of these guys in top 4 are fast enough to keep themselves in between in a DRS train. So Irel Schumacher won't have such an easy task. He will also have to defend with Big, Speedy Gibbet, and Riley and Holly also could be quick from the restart. All of those guys are quick, we know, so it'll be interesting to see how it works out.
Yes, as we now prepare to go green, then hopefully for the final time. The safety car's been very trigger happy today, so here we go then. Safety car is now in, and so Riz at the moment up at the front, but the one who looks good is Irel Schumacher at the moment. But we will have to see if Ridzard is on, as you said, on very old hards, and the top 4 are on all on old hards, and obviously a lot of those laps were behind the safety cars. Ridzard goes very early. He goes at Blanchimon. So That is, he's caught them off guard, hasn't he? Well, to be fair, he knew he had to go early because otherwise he would have had no chance. But now, Armiranda is all over the back of him.
Yeah, he got the back exit from bus stop, and now he's locked up both of his tires into La Source, getting a poor exit again. So Armiranda will be closer. We'll also be monitoring as Walters and Hapalito dropped off a little bit, and Schumacher is already on Hapalito's gearbox, but he's watching this battle on the for the lead. Rizzard is using all of his battery to stay in the front, and he should be able to, but Ira Schumacher is already past Hapalito.
Yeah, no surprise.
So we'll try to strike back maybe, but indeed these tires are helping him massively as he will close in on Walters now. And he might just be able to snatch away this win as it's 5 laps to go.
Potentially, as Schumacher is absolutely flying here. This is the race that will go down to the wire. Of course, Schumacher did win in controversial circumstances against the man that is ahead of him, Walters. So we might see more controversy again. But Armiranda so close to the back of Ritzert now, as Schumacher's right at the back of Walters now. He's trying his best.
There's no blood left against each other there. Walters is trying to hold on, but I think they all know that he has no chance.
He's done it.
Schumacher, that's down the inside. There was a little bit of contact there, I think, but he's done it pretty clearly.
Teammates each other.
There's a big contact that Hapalito wanted to stay
Oh, he gets a penalty as well as Hapalito. That's big.
That hinders him a lot. Yeah, that's big, but Hapalito, I think, wanted to stay behind Walters, but that wasn't the best decision. That now Speedy on the fresh mediums is getting past Hapalito and is probably gonna get past his teammate.
Oh, that's tight!
Battery, there's contact. They made contact going into O'Rourke, and Hapalito holds on to his position as Armiranda goes past Ritter now for the lead, with Schumacher looming closer behind them in P3, getting closer and closer. Hapalito takes back, actually takes on Walter to get back onto P4. But crazy kerfuffle there between the McLaren drivers and the Ferrari drivers. Basically, I think Hapalito wanted to stay back behind Walters. Big outbroke himself and hit the back of Walters, trying to avoid his teammate Hapalito, and spun off a little bit in a half spin, but I don't think he received any damage to those. Fortunate for for Hapalito's teammate, who is now up to P4, but indeed with a penalty, which will put him down behind both McLaren and his teammate.
Yeah, but Ira Schumacher all over the back of Ritzert now. Ritzert has nothing left in those tyres. He's been on them for he's been on his 15th lap now on those tyres. Of course, Schumacher has brand new mediums, and it's surely only a matter of time. But Ritzert is using Armiranda here to try and defend from Schumacher, but Schumacher should get a really good exit, and he does. But is that enough to get Ritzert down into La Source? I don't think it is. Speedy B now is past Walters. He's up in the 5th now. Walters has nothing left in those tyres either. Here comes Schumacher now onto the Kemmel Straight, but Ritzert is gaining on Armiranda here. Armiranda, he's not using any of his ERS. Ritzert's gaining fast, but as is Schumacher here. It's a titanic fight as Walters gets back past Speedy.
Great fight between the McLaren teammates also. And with 110 separating them and Big basically. There's nothing separating all those three as Hapalito pulled away from them a little bit. But indeed, Rizzard, if he's able to stay within the DRS, just hold on a little bit longer, maybe he would be able, or he's able to defend this race win for Armiranda, but he is losing Armiranda massively.
Hapalito's joined the party as well.
tires. Yeah, indeed. Hapalito is within the DRS of Schumacher now, almost. That would be interesting going into the final laps of this Tier 2 race.
It's a second to last, you mean? It's not,
The final laps.
Yeah, final lap, sorry, yes. So Speedy is now past Walters. The two McLarens still going at it. Here comes Kvyat now up the inside. I don't know what he was thinking of there. I don't know why Kvyat tried it there, but up the inside goes Jibbit now. Side by side. Kvyat gets through on both of them though, meanwhile back to the front. Just like in Tier 1, it's a titanic fight. What was 10 seconds? Oh dear. I don't know why, how he would have got a 10-second there, but okay.
Well,
as
he
now
probably left the track and gained the position, but,
yeah.
But can Ritter defend for one more lap now? For two more laps actually, but on this lap he will be able to hold out, and he's close massively to Miranda actually, almost being able to attack back. And don't forget, they're all on no penalties.
Yeah.
So this is a straight fight for the top 3 positions basically.
Ritter is being incredibly smart here, despite being on such old tyres. He is staying within the DRS of Miranda, which is holding Schumacher back from them two. As now Hippolyto will be 4th, as he's now got the 3 seconds over Speedy. So yeah, but Schumacher's so close to the back of Ritter, but he's made a mistake. As Schumacher, now he's got Hippolyto all over the back of him. Ritter, unbelievably, is probably still going to be on the podium at this stage, despite being on incredibly old tyres.
And the gaps have widened in Miranda's and Ritter's favor, as we will go into the final lap of this race with Miranda leading only by a couple of tenths from Ritter, who is on 16 lap old medium hard tires, I'm sorry.
17 now.
While Schumacher is on much pressure. 17 is a much, Schumacher is on much pressure tires and a one better compound, and he's just not able to get past because, as I said, there might have been problems if they are able to stay within the DRS, but now Miranda is gonna use all of his battery, and he's used it by the time he went past the hill. But I think it might be enough because Ritter also has no airs, as Hippolyto now tries to go past Schumacher for the podium position on the track.
Oh!
Will he be able to do that? Diving down the inside, there's a bit of contact between them, I think. He's not able to get past Schumacher, holds on, but Schumacher is more than 1 second away from Ritter. I think that could be an incredible result for the Dutchie in the Mercedes seat. But he has such old tires, I don't think he's able to catch back up to Miranda, who is 1 second away. Miranda going full on, and it's gonna continue his fight, trying to clinch this win, as also Ritter, I think, is quite close dangerously to the puncture territory. So we still might see something incredible, but for now Ritter will finish P2.
Ritter must be so close to the puncture territory, but purely on teamwork as this happened. Of course, Ritter has kept within DRS of Miranda, which is what has held IRL Schumacher back, and this teamwork is going to pay off big time, as Miranda, for the first time since Australia, is going to win here at Spa with a masterclass from the Chilean. Ritter gets second. IRL Schumacher gets third. Hippolyto's 4th. Speedy be a great debut from him in 5th. 6th is Kvyat. Great points all for Ferrari once again. 7th is Holly. 8th will be Mouton. Sorry, 8th will be Jibbin. 9th will be Mouton. 10th will be Riley. 11th will be Motion God. 12th will be Walters. 13th will be Keke. And 14th will be Infinity. Schumacher. It rained right at the end. But Miranda.
Unfortunate for the drivers. That would have made the incredible.
Yeah, but Miranda, he had no right to win that race. but he has done it with an incredible drive. He played the safety car to perfection, and he is back on top for the first time since Australia, and that is going to be a big boost to his championship as we we've now reached the halfway point of the season. It's very much a three-way fight between Armiranda, Ritzard, and Hapolito.
But as I mentioned, the championship battle it now gets squeezed massively. As Armiranda, who was in P3, who had the biggest gap back to Hapolito, gains the most points, and then Ritzard, who was second, gains also a couple of points. That'd be
6
around
points.
6 points for
Yeah.
Ritzard.
No,
gains,
sorry,
and for
5 because
Armiranda-
4, sorry, because Hapolito got pole and fastest lap.
pole position, fastest lap. That was a good one from our championship leader then to get 14 points out of this race with a penalty, with a little bit of mismanaged strategy. He got some points there, so nice credit. Just scroll to the end of the results.
Oh, yep, sorry.
So it's on stream. Quickly. Oh,
Just got it.
quickly. Okay. Yeah, nice.
Right, so we shall now head on to the interviews again. A stellar race from the tier 2 drivers there. That right there was an awesome race. So we now go to the podium interviews. I think Buchan can Buchan can delete that ticket because I don't think we're going to be needing it. But yes, I will now get the top 3 in. I don't know if Armiranda's going to be here, but Schumacher, of course, makes his return to the podium.
Welcome, Ritzard.
Again.
Hi. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, if you could just mute your mic for the other. Oh yeah,
Yeah. He knows. He knows. So yeah. Right.
We'll wait for Armiranda and Ira Schumacher.
Yes. Well, I don't think Armiranda's English is that good, so we might not see him. But
I can already see that was a teamwork between Ritzard.
it was. Well, I mean, it
And
was.
Armiranda.
Yeah, it was kind of unintentional, wasn't it? Because
yeah,
it was
Armiranda
between teams,
confirmed.
but yeah.
Armiranda confirmed it was intentional to give Ritzard the DRS, so Schumacher can't get past. So what a masterclass from those two, being just like Sainz and Norris to fend off the Mercedes in what was, I think, one of the greatest Singapore Grand Prix ever. Yeah. So wow.
Yeah, and hopefully
was
Schumacher will
quite
join. Armiranda said he's a little bit embarrassed, but I said don't be, mate. We've.
No, join. Come on. You did well. You won the race, bro.
Yeah, he's a little bit embarrassed because he doesn't know much English, but that's fine. It's not exactly a massive issue. So, yeah, let's now try and see if. Oh yeah. I keep on forgetting that you had interviews when your English was, let's just say, not the best, but yes. So
I had some, I think. Yeah.
uh
Not in GSR because I was classified as P4 all the time because of penalties, and then I got them removed, and I got to P2.
Didn't you get the one in Hungary? No,
because I got classified as P4, I think.
Oh, right. Sorry.
But I managed to get one of them removed.
Yeah. In that case, then, it looks like Ridza might be the only person joining us, so we'll start, and we may only go to him. But yeah, but But Ridson, simply a masterclass in tyre management. Your tyres must have felt awful at the end.
No, it didn't. They didn't because,
Oh, right.
to my surprise, I've practiced a little bit on the hards because I wanted to check how the tire wear was, and I ended up with 45.
Oh, okay.
What?
Yeah, it's absolutely broken. The hards at Spa.
45%?
And I already knew this, but I had an incident with Hapelito in
We saw.
I don't know what corner that was.
Yeah, the Lake Com chicane.
And then all of a sudden, I was right in front of the pit, and there was a safety car coming out, and then I knew just a cheeky hard strategy.
I bet you were. Well, I mean, yeah. I don't know how you'd feel, to be honest, about that second safety car coming out, because, well, with that, without that safety car, you would have had a pit stop gap. It made it a bit more interesting though. If you had to defend like mad from, especially Schumacher there at the end.
Yeah, it's crazy and a little bit disappointing that we must have 3 safety cars in the race.
Yeah.
But the second one, I just saw it happen. It was Abra crashing, bottling the throttle and crashing into the wall. That was a little bit disappointing because everyone could pit to the hards in their pit window. Otherwise, I would have a much bigger gap. And I think with the pace on the hards, if there was no safety car at all, I would have cruised to victory. But I saw Schumacher on this strategy at P5, and I kind of regretted it to not go in.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I would be P4. But you have to make some choices if you're in front, and I didn't do it.
Yeah, it didn't look like you had much defense from Miranda there. He kept you honest that whole race there.
No, I already saw when up to P2 that he was quick. And there was no way I would hold him off unless I would find some pace somewhere, but I just didn't. And then he overtook me at the safety car, just before the safety car, the third one. And then I had Schumacher behind. And I know he's this cheeky guy that goes very long on the hards and then waits for a moment and get this pit stop and just go for it. So well done to him. And I really needed that DRS from Miranda, and I tried to keep within it and just manage my ERS good enough to hold Schumacher off.
Yeah, and well, now you've continued chipping down the gap, but Hapelito, of course, he got fastest lap and pole. So Schumacher's just joined us, but he got fastest lap and pole. So that kind of minimized the damage you did. So you're now 15 points behind, and with Miranda a further 15 behind. It seems like it's surely a matter of time before you're going to get Hapelito, but he's not exactly making it easy for you.
Yeah, but I wanted to. Hapelito was also very quick on this track. But I wanted to strike a gap before Britain because I won't be attending Britain.
Oh, yeah.
So I wanted to get a big gap, and if I got P1, that gap would be bigger, less big, sorry.
Yeah.
But now I have to sit back and be really locked in for the upcoming races.
Yeah, so of course we're not doing Silverstone. So we'll then go on to the next one. How are you feeling for Monza? It's a very similar track to Spa.
I like it, but it's a similar track, so I guess it will go a little bit like Spa. I really hope there won't be much safety cars, because I think on pure pace and strategy I can without mistakes I can battle for first. but just difficult with all the safety cars because a lot can happen. And this time was a new record for me in Spa. I don't even know how you get it done because the laps are big. There are 22. But I think Monza, I can get a podium for sure. But we really must look at the strategy.
Yeah, well, your consistency would definitely say so. Matt, any questions for Rizard?
Well, apart from your consistency, what do you think are your championship chances are? As you mentioned, you won't race Silverstone, but also, but also, sorry, I remember what I wanted to ask. What do you think about that incident between Hapalito and you that you had in lap 4? Was that a little bit of perhaps an opening to how this championship battle will look? That we will get some more spicy moments like Senna and Prost, or perhaps it was just an incident like with Leclerc in the past?
Yeah, I think it's an incident, but you really can get it back in the next few races. So if the moment comes and I really have to put a move on, yeah, I might be aggressive as well. Looking back at this moment because it didn't make the race easy for me. But I think the championship with me missing out one race, I think it might get very interesting if I'm strong in the last few races and people make mistakes. So I think I hope for a DNF from his side. I don't hope I'm causing that DNF, but still, there must be some mistake somewhere. So
Okay, I see. Aggressive, spicy, interesting. That's what we want from a championship battle because it seems to be cooking up quite well this season and this year. So yeah, thank you for your answers and congrats. Oh well, just one more question. Aid, did you ask about the teamwork with our Miranda? No, right?
no.
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 Yeah, but
I
it
wanted
surprised
to
me.
ask, like, what do you think of that? What do you think of Miranda working together with you? In the end, intentionally.
Probably
With also
unintentionally,
Schumacher
but
now.
yeah.
No, he mentioned it. It was actually intentional. I
Oh,
got an interview from Tier 2 General, like a secret interview that he did that intentionally. What do you think of that? And how do you think how frustrating must it have left Schumacher also to not be able to get back at you as part of that teamwork between you and Miranda?
Yeah, it was frustrating for him because I think he really would have get the win, and I think that was really smart from Miranda because he would have, if he got past me, he would have gotten Miranda also with that DRS. It was very strong. Um, I think it was smart from Miranda. I didn't notice it till he said it to me. I just thought he made a mistake, and my ERS was really. I have a very fast setup, so I thought it was just that on the straights. But I think it was smart from Miranda because if he would have gotten P2, it would be much less points. He would have won much less points on me, so it was smart for him to help me.
Okay, then. Thank you very much for this interview and congrats on your P2 finish.
Yes, thanks.
and now we move on to Schumacher, who was on the receiving end of that. So your start, it wasn't exactly the best. I suspect that was due to you not being able to fire up the hards as quickly as others were able to fire up the mediums.
Well, yeah and no. No, I didn't get off the line great with the hards, which I never was gonna. But Walters very kindly sent his car to absolute Narnia and pushed me very wide. So I mean that really didn't help. That's where I lost the bulk of the positions. But yeah, no, I didn't get off the grid perfectly on the hards compared to the mediums, which I was never expecting to anyway. So I was half expecting to lose 2 positions, kind of thing, off the start. Anyway, it's always going to happen. But I know the mediums do die out pretty quick in Belgium sometimes. Usually after about 5 laps, the best of the mediums is gone. But unfortunately, the first 2 safety cars kind of screwed my race a bit. The last one helped. But look, safety cars are luck of the draw. They can work for you, they can work against you.
Yeah.
I've got another podium. I've done 3 races, got 3 podiums, so that's kind of all I can ask for.
Yeah. Well, speaking of things working for and against you, had that last safety car not have come out, would you have tried to stick the mediums out, or would you have pitted again? Because well, you were going to struggle to get to the end on those tires.
Yeah, I was going to struggle, but I was going to stay out. They were on, when the safety car came out, they were on 30% wear,
Okay.
so I was going to struggle, but I wasn't going to pit again. My plan was to kind of just, if I have to settle for P4, P5, the position I was in, then so be it, because I knew if I pitted, yeah, you have a big pace advantage on fresh tyres, but you're going to lose so much track position, and there's a few guys, look, it's the way they want to race. To me, it's negative race and just going in no ERS for the whole lap and then blitzing your ERS down every straight. To me, it's a negative way to go racing, but you know, it helps keep their position, which I understand why they do it. But yeah, to me, it's just a negative way to go racing personally, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Well, then of course we had the final stint, which of course you were lightning fast on those those mediums, but did you kind of like hit a cliff in the last 2 laps, because we noticed all of a sudden you weren't challenging Ridzard and Armiranda anymore after that?
No, what actually happened was Hapolito decided he wanted a battle. He was kind of sitting behind me for a while and then decided he wanted to try overtake. So naturally I had to defend from him, which cost me a bit of time. Look, that's part and parcel of it. It's frustrating at the time when they have a 3-second penalty and they're kind of battling you with 2 laps to go. But it is what it is. It's part of racing. You kind of expect it. But yeah, it wasn't that the tires hit the cliff. I was just, when I had to defend from Hapolito, it cost me a bit of time to the 2 guys in front, which would have helped them. Didn't really work for me, but yeah, next week could hopefully be better.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about Silverstone. Of course, the closest you could possibly get to a home race. How are you thinking of your chances around there?
I've got a new setup for Silverstone, and in the last couple of races I've done in other leagues, be it TTRL or whatever it might be, it's worked pretty well. It's given me strong pace, so I'm hoping, if it's dry anyway, which is a big if, but if it's dry, yeah, my pace looks good. I mean, I'll say that now and I'll completely jinx myself, but yeah, the setup that I have, the pace is definitely there. As I've done a couple of races with it now in other leagues, and yeah, it's had me thereabouts. I don't think I'll get a pole position. I'm never really one for getting pole positions. I don't tend to have that one out and out 1 lap pace. But I definitely, all my setups are mainly race setups anyway, so they never give me the out and out 1 lap pace. But if I can qualify in the top 5, I know my race pace is strong enough that I can definitely, I would like to think I can challenge for a win, but I can definitely challenge for a podium.
Yeah, Matt, any questions for Schumacher?
Well, I was just mentioning some other things, because you mentioned that it's a negative way of doing racing towards that tactic of Armiranda and Ridzard, right? I catch that correctly, right?
Yeah, now, being honest, that wasn't even against them 2. That was against, like, anyone I
Okay.
was coming up behind was
Okay,
doing the
so
same thing. It wasn't just against them, like...
Yeah, sorry.
It wasn't just against them because anyone like after the first safety car, I think it was, I had to come through the pack a bit. I came out in P12, and everyone was doing it. It seems to be kind of the way to, and it's not just this league; it's other leagues as well. A lot of people, it's a tactic a lot of people go for because it does work. To me, yeah, as I said, it's a negative way to go racing. Park the bus in the corners and then just blitz everything you have down the straight. To me, yeah, it's a negative way to go racing. But look, if it helps you keep a position, you're going to do what you have to do.
Well, yeah, but even though with your race results, you are a pretty high contender in the leaderboard, though. And with another P2 finish, like how are you looking at your chances, perhaps even at getting into the mix of this championship battle coming the end towards the season? You said Silverstone would be good for you if it was dry, obviously, but then the other races, are you looking forward to them, and perhaps are you seeing yourself in that battle for even maybe the championship, but at least P2, P3 in the standings?
Am I in the championship fight? Realistically, no. I don't think I am. I can definitely get P3 in the championship, and yeah, that's what I'll be targeting. I'd say. I shouldn't miss any more races between now and the end of the season, so that helps. But yeah, to be in contention for the championship, I'm going to need a bit of luck between Hapolito and Ridzid having bad results. Like he's missing Silverstone. If I can have a good result in Silverstone, it might help. But you never know what's going to happen on the night. There's just so many variables that can and sometimes do happen, sometimes don't. I could be lucky next week and the guys around me in championship, spin or have a bad race, and I have a good race, brings me closer. But I don't think I have looking at Hapolito's pace. He's very quick. I think if he gets a clear run, in P1, I don't think anyone will get near him, to be honest. But yeah, if I can get P3, but I won't get out of the way. Like if it's a fine race season and I'm in P1 and the two championship challengers are behind me, I'm not going to get out of the way for them.
Fair enough.
If I'm in between them, I'm not going to get out of the way. I'm not going to take them out. I'm not going to do anything to jeopardize their race, but I'm not going to jump out of the way for them. I just don't see why I should have to, because I wouldn't expect them to do it for me if it was the other way around.
All right. Thank you very much then for that, for your responses, and congrats on your P3 finish then.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah. So if I'm going to calculate this on the spot. So Hapolito will be on 102 now. Ridzid will be on 87. Miranda will be on 72, and then Schumacher will be on 58. So it's 44 points separating the top four, which is pretty close. But we'll have to see as we go into the final few rounds. But that's it then for our Spa races, round 6 of Tier 1 and Tier 2. We will next week. Well, I personally won't, but GSR will head to Silverstone in Great Britain for round 7 of the season. Tier 1 will be on Wednesday at 7, and Tier 2 will be on Friday at 7. But for now, I've been your host, Com, 8F1 GT302. Matt has been alongside me. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.